What's going on, guys? It's Eric from the Hot Pass Podcast, not the Hot Guy Podcast. Dude, I'm watching the World Baseball Classic right now with the Detroit Tigers against the Dominican Republica. And is that Fernando Tatis? But crazy games, fun games, to be honest. Yeah, it is Tatis Jr., the guy that gets caught for taking steroids. So good for you, dude. A lot of fun baseball going on. I'm wearing currently on the YouTube wearing my Detroit Tigers hat, my Scooble jersey, because it's almost baseball season. It's NASCAR season, so I'm going to be in full swing of watching every Tigers game this year because we're going to win the World Series. Tigers baseball and then NASCAR every single day of just watching old races, getting on highlights, doing a bunch of data collection for bets and stuff throughout the year for you guys and the podcast, and then just watching races every single weekend. So it's going to be a lot of fun going all the way through the summer, watching baseball, watching NASCAR, and then into the fall with playoff baseball. It's so much fun because since my Leafs are dead, we might as well get hooked on all the other sports. Okay. So watching it on the YouTube over on the Hot Pass Podcast YouTube channel, if you see me, my eyes glance over, it's because I'm not paying attention to you guys. It's because I'm also just taking a look at the score and what's going on in the game. Because currently it's 4-4 and it's the bottom of the fourth. So there's lots of baseball to go on. It's a lot of fun. And I also want to say, if you guys aren't watching baseball, just remember this name, Kevin McGonigal. If you guys haven't watched this kid, go to my Twitter, go to Detroit Tigers Twitter, go to all the analysts. He's the number 2 prospect in baseball, the number 1 prospect on the Tigers. The kid is insane. If he's not on the opening day roster for the Tigers, I might die. I think he's going to be. Dude, literally first pitch of this game tonight. First pitch. A lot of Dominican people there. Okay? First pitch of the game, home run. And they have been talking about this guy, and I've been talking about this guy on my social media, and boom, hits a freaking dinger. First pitch of the whole thing. So crazy. So anyways, get off the baseball talk. We got lots to touch on with the COTA recap, Corey Day stuff, Brad Keselowski comments, great truck race. We have so much to talk about. So let's get the nonsense out of the way like we always do. Hot Pass Podcast on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe to the podcast every single week, every Tuesday and Friday. I understand that this is coming out Tuesday evening. My voice was hoarse from going out on Saturday night, so it would have been a little rough getting it done Monday night for Tuesday morning. My voice was hoarse. It still is kind of hoarse, so I apologize for that. But every Tuesday and Friday morning betting show, always out there on time for you guys. And my full betting cards are always on my Instagram at Eric Furlong 21. And then an hour before every single race on the Instagram, as well as my Twitter, which my Twitter is at Furlong Eric __, as well as my TikTok is under the same handle. Oh, God. Home run. Now, let me just say, Herder for baseball, he is kind of ass, dude. So Dominican Republic is going crazy right now. They're up 6-4. Hey, a lot of game to go on. All right, yeah, SOBs. Yo, the amount of people. Dude, Dominican Republic loves baseball, huh? Look at these highlights. Oh, that was Juan Soto, you son of a bitch, dude. Oh, interrupting my intros. Wow, bro. Go look at that. Oh, my God. He did that little shuffle. Oh, my God. I hate this guy. Oh, fuck. Oh, I fucking like him, but I fucking hate him. Oh, dude, the youngest dude that looks old, you know? Juan Soto looks like he's like 40 years old. And that's coming from a guy that looks like he's 40 and he's 29. But anywho, go follow them all on my social media an hour before the podcast start, or an hour before the races. I always have all my full betting cards. I didn't get the O'Reilly Series one out this weekend, but we had Sammy Smith. If you listen to the podcast, that's why you listen and you watch it. Wherever you get your podcast, we had Sammy Smith at plus 500 for a top 5. Cash it. Boom. And then go to the Action Network. Link is in the bio wherever you find me. Yeah. We're up 3 units. We hit AJ Allmendinger top 10. We hit Ty Gibbs top 10, which everybody was off of, and nobody was on. I was literally the only one on that, as far as I could tell. And then Tyler Reddick minus 120, the lock of all centuries. Okay, the fact that we raked it on the books this year. Okay, or at least on this race. You're not going to see Tyler Reddick on a road course at minus 120 the rest of the year. That was a stupid number to just be given out to the public. And everybody hammered the living freaking crap out of it. And if you didn't get it, Bet365 had it out for a day or two after I posted it on my Action Network. So go follow it there. Listen to the Hot Pass podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. Leave a 5-star rating. Let's get into it. Truck race, man. What can I say about the truck race? We thought, oh, God, that's another home run. Dude, Herder sucks, dude. Absolutely choking us this game. I should probably turn this off because I keep looking over. Yeah, the truck race, man, I honestly thought going into it when Bob Hawkers was tweeting out the weather and everything that we're going to get rain. We got it for practice rather than and qualifying rather than the race itself, which is perfect. Amazing, right? Made it for an even better race when you have Lane Riggs starting in the back. And honestly, I said I wasn't going to take Lane Riggs because I didn't like the numbers because of we haven't really seen him on a road course and be successful at it yet. And then look at what he does, dude. Just drives through the entire field, gets through all the bullcrap. Now, we have to, okay, guys, it's the truck series. We expected absolute chaos. There was a little bit near the end. But I think all of us, when it doesn't, oh my God, they have found something. They just hit 3 home runs off of Herder. They just hit 3 home runs off of this dude. This inning. Bro, take him out. Oh my freaking God, man. It went from being fun and competitive to 3 home runs off of Herder. Well, let me tell you, Herder, you're not making the team after this. What the hell is that? I'm absolutely distraught right now. But I feel, I didn't realize, I forgot Vladdy's on this team. So yeah, anyways, I feel like we all kind of take it for granted when it comes to the truck races when they do really well that we don't give them their flowers. So I feel like we have to say this now. The truck series the truck race at St. Pete's was unbelievable. Unreal, clean. The end of the race had a little bit of chaos, but that's fine. I feel like we have to just say it. That was an unreal truck race, definitely on a road course. What we've seen in the past has been absolute chaos, nuts, and ridiculous, and a lot of disrespect to each other throughout the races. Lots of cautions, lots of just blatant wrecks to each other, and not showing any respect for the drivers around them. And on an enclosed, what do you call it? Street course. Thought it was going to be a lot worse for how tight those corners can be, how inexperienced a lot of these drivers are. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, and I'm happy with how it went. Fanchiti had a great race up until the end. Was it Landon Lewis need to get a lot more airtime? I obviously know that we had to talk about Lane Riggs and Ben Rhodes and Ty Majeski near the end of that race, but I feel like Landon Lewis didn't get the flowers that he deserved throughout that race as well. Like we talked about him literally one time, and I feel like Landon Lewis isn't he? I think he's mainly a short track guy, if I'm not mistaken. Am I wrong? I want to look him up. Landon Lewis. I'm fairly certain he just is a short track guy. Just says he's a stock car racing driver. Okay. Yeah, I feel like he is. Go-karts, dirt modifieds, legend cars. So where the hell did that come from? In 2023, Landon Lewis made a full-time ARCA Menard Series West Championship in the number 17 McGowan Motorsports. He was started the season off by finishing second in the first 3 series races, then winning the next race at Portland, fending off NASCAR Xfinity Series regular Cole Custer. And that would have been at the road course. Okay, so he's just been good at road courses. So what did he finish 6th, I think? Unreal. Landon Lewis. Keep an eye on him if we go to another road course at some point. Like, unreal. Deserves every last bit of flowers on that race and how clean he ran it. Unreal. The Ram trucks, absolutely disastrous. Pretty damn irrelevant. Expected it. Expected Justin Haley to do better. He goes around basically what, on his own? I can't remember off the top of my head, but he goes around and is irrelevant the rest of the day. Right at the end of the race, Butterbean gets into it. He's not having the start of the year that he wanted, but obviously through the super speedways and road courses, that's not where he's going to be at. So Darlington, like, let's look at NASCAR Truck Series schedule over the next few weeks, because they don't race again until I go down to Darlington. I will be in Darlington. If you guys are going to be there, obviously hit me up. This is my first time at Darlington. So if you guys got food spots, merch areas, vintage shops around there that you guys would like me to hit up, my boy Jared is going to be working all weekend. So it's just going to be me hanging out at the track by myself. So if I can, I'll ask him to take my car or his car. And if there's little spots around near Darlington that you guys think that I should hit up, please let me know. I would love to go. Yeah, so we have Darlington March 20th on the Friday. Ooh, that's a night race. Ooh, it's 7:30 p.m. I'm going to get that my first ever race at Darlington is going to be a night race. What? Oh my God, I'm so excited for that, dude. Oh my God, I'm so excited for that. Then the actual like first short track is Rockingham, April 3rd. So, and then it's Bristol. So it's going to be a bit till, I mean, I feel like that Butterbean's going to be able to show up and race well. Then you got Texas, then Watkins Glen. I mean, really, like, this schedule does not play out well for Butterbean at all. If you're a big Butterbean fan, just it's off the top of my head right now because of how the end of that race went. Like, let's look at the standings for points for him in the Truck Series. I actually should do this too, is like look at how the points are going and everything as well. But Butterbean 11th. I mean, just down there with like Tyler Ankrum, Daniel Dye, Cole Butcher, Chris Wright, like not really the best right now. Okay. Where you've got Chandler Smith at 152 points. You got Ben Rhodes at 118. Who saw that coming so far in the year? Ty Majeski at 102, just showing that Matt Crafton was an old fucking man. Gio Ruggiero doing well. And then obviously Lane Riggs going up 18 spots with that dub. So let's talk about that. Lane Riggs throughout the race, just you could see him coming. And I think his odds were fairly long before the race started because of, or when, at least when those books first opened, because of where he was starting, deep in the field. Connor Mozak went like super short because he was starting. It's like the books did not pay attention that they did not have practice in qualifying, and they just went off the starting grid. So he went super short. Ben Rhodes went super short. But we did give up. Did we? I swear to God, I did mention that I like Ben Rhodes on road courses. So there was that. Didn't give it as an official play. I think we ended up going negative in that game. Or in that race. So that's okay. That's okay. So, anywho, just a great race overall. Ben Rhodes might be back. We'll see. That schedule, they're going to be going. So keep an eye out on Ben Rhodes at San Diego, because it's going to be another street course. Keep an eye on Lane Riggs. We know I already knew that Chandler Smith would just kind of be there all day, but not race-winning speed. He would just be riding around inside the top 5, top 10 all day. He just doesn't have that final finesse when it comes to road courses and being able to finish them off out front. And one thing I did say was Ty Majeski's just kind of always there for road courses. Like, the guy can kind of do everything. Does he choke it late in the race? Yeah, he usually does. I'm just sipping on a little bit like baby scoop of pre-workout. This is what this cloudy-ass water is on my YouTube right now. I need a little bit of caffeine. These days have been hell. It's supposed to get really warm up here in Canada, so over the next few days, really warm for us. or we've been hovering at like minus 20 for a really long time. So I'm really excited about getting some warm weather in here. But yeah, just overall, great race. Gio not doing well. Friesen was fucking absolutely irrelevant. Christian Eckes, if you want to talk about another truck driver that we thought that might be able to start off the year well, and it's just not it right now. So he'll be doing well at Darlington. He's fairly decent at Darlington as well. So we'll see what goes on. I just feel like Chandler Smith, Lane Riggs, they're going to be really dominating this season. Caden Honeycutt as well, obviously, but does Ben Rhodes do well at Darlington? We'll talk about it in a few weeks when they're at Darlington. But anyways, great race. Great win by Lane Riggs over to COTA. First off, before we touch on SVG winning, we already knew that was coming, whatever. I want to talk about the Corey Day stuff because for a while now, since last season, mid to early last season, I was all over Corey Day sucks. Corey Day blows, doesn't deserve this opportunity, but let's give him the chance. And everything he is doing is backing up everything that I was saying. Wrecking people, overdriving, not being patient, and then everything that I was getting hate about on social media, literally getting my ass torn and absolutely ripped open. It's now coming back to just make me feel a little bit better, doesn't it? And making everybody else look like idiots, isn't it? All right? Now, he's getting great finishes. That's the other side of it. Is it guys are going to go, well, he's finishing really well. Not without taking out teammates. And I had a dummy on social media go, and I'm going to call you a dummy. He does this for rage bait. And I feed into it sometimes where he says, who's his teammate out there? I don't see any other Hendrick cars. Well, last time I checked, all those cars get made in the same shop for the most part, right? They're all Hendrick chassis. Well, last time I checked, that's all of Junior Motorsports, as well as Haas. And I would assume that because Ryan Sieg has a deal with Haas, that because now he's Chevrolet, he's getting his stuff made the same. So when you're wrecking Ryan Sieg, and in the previous week, you just basically, I'm paraphrasing, but his quote was roughly, I shot Ryan Sieg a text saying, call me if you'd like to. It's basically what he said. Rather than actually calling him a few times, and if he doesn't answer, there's your answer, right? As if he doesn't pick up the phone, there's your answer, right? Rather than just going, text me if you'd like, or call me if you'd like. No, you are supposed to be the big boy. You are supposed to be an adult, and you are supposed to put your best foot forward and show that you are upset. At the end of the day, you can go behind closed doors and go, fuck that guy, I finished well. But to make sponsors happy, to make other drivers happy, you ain't no Carson Hocevar. If you can still have and drive an insane amount of talent and have great drives and still win races, I mean, obviously Carson Hocevar isn't, but you can have that star power, you can kind of go, even Hocevar at times will still say, I'm sorry, right? But then he'll go do it again. But at least he has the audacity to say he's sorry. Corey Day just kind of rolls out there and goes, I sent him a text. Well, that doesn't really do much, dude. And then after the race at COTA, after wrecking Connor Zilic, just completely overdriving. I understand, but like, didn't Zilic pass him? Or they were battling side by side and he just overdrove it. And I get it. Everybody makes mistakes. I'm not a driver. But man, oh man, you deserve to get called a hack after that. All right? So you get called a hack, and then in an interview after, Corey Day is just standing off screen or down pit road staring at Zilic. And Zilic is like, look at him. He's just staring. He's looking at me, and he's not even coming to say anything. He's a hack. So until we see any sort of, what would you call it? I'm drawing a blank on words right now. Okay. Any sort of remorse. Big words for Eric. Any sort of remorse from this. I've seen it on social media. He's definitely said it to reporters and stuff, and maybe I've just ignored it. So maybe he's had a little bit of remorse. So I can't say he doesn't have any. That'd be false reporting by me. That'd be false by me. Okay? But settle it down, man. Settle it down. Just freaking relax. You know, clean it up and you're going to do well. But there are so many times he's just wrecking people. Like looking like Cletus McFarland, as I said after what? Atlanta, Daytona, whatever it was. Just snap and lose. It was after Atlanta. I just snap and lose looking like he's Cletus McFarland out there. So that's enough on that. It's just like, I'll just say exactly what everybody else is saying. Obviously, the kid has some talent. He just needs to clean up a shit ton of things. Have one race where you're not getting into people's shit. Okay? It's the beginning of the year. I get it. But, man, you got the backing of Kyle Larson. Fucking show some respect. All right? So, anywho, let me have a sip. What else? What else happened in this race? The craziest one is Carson Kvapil just being in the 91. And he still ended up getting a top 10 finish. By the way, I've been listening to that, what the hell's her name? Song called Texas. What is it? Let me look it up. She's from Texas, by the way. Boom, 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 boom. Try not to get a copyright strike. What the hell's her name? Texas song. Ella Langley, Choosing Texas. What a banger, dude. Hey, might be a feminine song. Fucking love that shit, dude. So good. Kiss my balls, brother. Oh no. Kvapil didn't. Where did he end up finishing at the end of the race? 19th. Ooh. Not good. Sammy Smith third, man. I told you guys. I said, Sammy Smith, he's done it before. Plus 500. I think he drifted out even more after qualifying. He was like plus 600 or something. So good on you. How about that? Brent Cruz did well. We had him top 5, finished 6th. Have mercy on me. Ross Chastain, top 10. Brendan Poole, top 10, dude. Wow. And then to hear that Sheldon Creed did not have power steering at the end of the race and still finished 11th, good on him. Sam Mayer, great run till the end. Really upsetting. We had him top 5 as well. It's very upsetting to see. And when he goes to the wall, you just go like this. Why? Austin Hill Loki just really good at COTA as well too. Like every year, top 5 in it, pretty much. Just doing really well. Other than that time he got in with Kyle Larson or whatever, or SVG or whoever it was at the end of the race, unreal. Can we also say, where did Nick Sanchez finish? The battle continues between Nick Sanchez and Star Poli. Star Poli gets this one. Star Poli 20th. Nick Sanchez 25th. Daytona, Star Poli beat him, I think. And then Atlanta, Nick Sanchez finished, like second or third? And then, so it's 2-1 Star Poli. Not very happy about it. Nick Sanchez, back me up, brother. Go to Phoenix. Have a good run. You're making me look stupid. Help a brother out. All right. Raja, not good at the end there, dude. That really sucked to see. Austin Green was running really well. He just has he had some car problems. Golly. Absolutely horrible for him. But overall, great race. Did I get to watch all of it, really? I was out. I kind of watched the end on the road illegally when I had to go to my sister's birthday dinner. So that's fine. Did anything else really like major happen in that race? I wouldn't really say, but it was a great race. Zilich and SVG just kind of shadowing each other throughout the race until like Zilich kind of is falling back because he's having issues with the car. Hey, makes it way better. Now let's go into the Cup Series. Let's just move on, right? My hot take is I want COTA to come back. I like the race. Brad Keselowski's comments were a little stupid. I think I have this pulled up. Let's see if this pulls over here.
I just put on my business owner hat, and I don't understand why the sport wants to run so many road courses. As a business owner, it's the hardest races to sell sponsors for. It has the lowest attendance, the lowest ratings. That doesn't make sense to me. We should be going places where the sponsors want to be there, the fans want to be there, and TV gets the best ratings. And road courses are historically the worst in all of those categories. So I don't feel any obligation to that.
Curious why you think that is. Why road course, and it is. It's a fact. Why more people tune into an oval versus a road course?
I think a lot of fans identify NASCAR with ovals. And they understand the concept of what we're doing on ovals and enjoy it more than they do on road courses. That's my perspective of what I see. I can't speak for every fan.
Okay. Attendance, I don't necessarily know. It looks emptier, right? Take little bits of this. It looks emptier because road courses are so big and they don't have to pay for grandstands. You can kind of just pay general admission, go all over the track, right? I deal with it going to Watkins Glen every single year. The sponsorship stuff, I can't really necessarily say anything about that because of I don't know the business aspect of that stuff. The Detroit Tigers are getting their asses kicked right now, 10-4. God help them. Enjoy this, Dominican. Okay, Tigers are winning the World Series no matter what. But yeah, so. I don't know the sponsorship stuff mainly because I'm not in this. I'm not in the sport. I'm not business and savvy, right? But the ratings, there's way more passing this time, right? The ratings are better than I saw a list. God, where was this list? Oh, did I save it? There was a list of the ratings of like New Hampshire being worse. Texas being worse, and so on and so forth. Like major ovals on the track that have worse ratings than COTA on a consistent basis. I had Ryan Stevens from Win the Race had a post. So Jeff Gluck said that was COTA a good race, and 62.8% said of you said yes. I was one of them. I thought it was a good race. So it was 4 out of the 6 races at COTA. The ones ahead of that was the year Reddick won at 72.5. 2022 with Chastain, obviously because Chastain had the double doink with AJ Allmendinger and Alex Bowman. That's obviously going to be really high. And then Christopher Bell last year, because of what? That made him win. That was 2 in a row. And then he would go into Phoenix and win 3 in a row. Not sure why that one was the best. I can't really remember the end of that race, but but Bell won 86.7. So you have a drop at 62.8, but I don't know why. Like all I went on Twitter, I saw people absolutely bitching about the racing. And I went, well, first off, looking at all the loop data, Reddick was the fastest car. So you go, okay. There you go. Reddick won. He was the fastest car. You can't bitch and complain about that. SVG was always there all race, hunting people down for the most part. You had a caution where it kind of shook up things kind of closer to the end. Some other names came in there. Might have had a run at it. Reddick was getting battled near the end against SVG and drives away, right? I didn't see people saying you couldn't pass because there was you statistically you could say Ryan Stevens posted average quality pass percentage. 2025 was 26.15. And 2026 and then 2026 was 28.39. So there was more average quality passing. And then you guys made it sound or you guys rated it worse. Average positive pass differentials for those in the positive. 2025 was 15.4. 2026 was 20.74. So better there. Driver leading more than 10 laps. They were both the same at 2. So he goes, can anyone explain why they voted yes last year and no this year? And let's actually look at some of the comments. I would love to see why. Brian Twinning said, because we didn't get a late pass for the lead, it isn't enough for a driver seeking to become the first ever to win 3 straight to a start of season, coming off a tumultuous 2025 while having to hold off the RC god, who was himself seeking to tie Gordon for the Rose. Yeah, exactly. Like it would have, like, if there was a late race pass and like SVG and Tyler Reddick, like 2-3 laps to go, like we're battling, and then there was a pass, it would have been like 80 something. But because Reddick pulled away and like won by 4 seconds, it dropped down the rating. I thought it was great. Riley says, Fox strictly focuses on the leader, and last year we had a 4-way fight for the lead. Oh, yes. I do remember the fight for the lead last year. This year had more tire conservation and comers and goers, but nobody's. But that's called, for me, that's called strategy. You're saving your tires. You're trying to be able to see if you get, like, that is really important. It should be important on road courses, in my opinion. Like, okay, we can have guys running full throttle the whole way, not conserving tires. But then we've literally had that, and then nobody can pass. So guys can get behind them, but they just can't pass because they're all running. They have the same tire fall off. So I want fall off and guys conserving tires and see if they can get there, right? So like, there's no winning in the NASCAR community ever, literally never. Extra horsepower spread the field out too much and greatly increased the skill gap. On top of that, there was no storyline worth following first and second. Bro, what? There was no storyline following. Now, obviously, I think the broadcast need to highlight the SVG stuff more throughout the race. Watching the race, now I was visiting my niece, but when we had the volume on and everything, I never really heard them really mention throughout the race. Before the race, they talked about the Gordon stuff. But throughout the race, I think they should have touched on how SVG can really tie like a record that's been around for a long time. I think in general, I'll always say this, that Fox and other broadcasts as well too, throughout the race need to keep reminding us how, like, if Tyler Reddick did 3 in a row, how crazy it is. The calls that the CW does, like after Sheldon Creed won, like he's finished like second 15 times and he's going to do it. Sheldon Creed. Like, I want you screaming like, he's done 3 in a row. First time ever since the existence of NASCAR since 1949. Tyler Reddick does it. And you're screaming and you're hyped up and you're making us feel excited. And that's what I said a few weeks ago is I want to feel excited on a weekly basis. I want this calls to be insane. And it's the broadcast continuously letting us down, right? That was a good race. But the thing is when you're watching the race, you're hearing the broadcast, and the broadcast brings it down. So I'd say mainly to me, that race, the broadcast quality brought it down. And maybe I'm always falling back on that to save the quality of racing, but I truly think the Fox broadcast and other broadcasts just now, because it is Fox, brought that ending to that race way down. They could have made it way more exciting when SVG was hunting down Reddick. They could have been screaming in the microphone thinking, oh my God, he's getting there through the S's. He's getting right to his bumper. Holy moly. Like, if that was an F1, that would have been the greatest call of all time. And then going 3 in a row for the first time ever from the beginning of the start of the season. Winning the first 3 races is what I was saying of the year. So, like, come on. We need a little bit more. So I think that's why it got brought down. Because other than that, I thought it was a great race. You had Connor Zilic flying through the field. He gets spun out late and still finishes, 14th. If he didn't get spun out late in that race, that kid was flying. So let's just keep that in mind when we're going to a road course like later on in the year here, that kid just might win it. people are saying he's not going to win a race. If it's plus money on Zilic to win a race, I'm taking it after what I saw on a road course. Him flying through the field late in that third stage. He was passing everybody. Didn't he get top? He was in the top 5 late in that race. And then with all that late race caution, then they go green and they go into turn 1. He gets turned around from Daniel Suarez and Denny Hamlin. I think you gotta give that kid his flowers that he was passing everybody. Everybody. I'd like to see if he was the one with the most passes all day, because I feel like he probably would be. He was passing everybody. He is an elite road course driver. So look for him to win a shit ton and have SVG and him battling each other on a few road courses this year. And I think that's going to help out these road courses. So when Brad Keselowski talks about the ratings and all that stuff, a bunch of hoopla, people were calling him out a lot. He also used to be good at road courses in the previous generational cars, gen cars, and now he's ass cheeks and rides 30-something all day. So I take his salty ass off to the side, put him on a fucking burger, chew him up, spit him out, all right? Could care less about Brad Keselowski's fucking... Dude, your one driver, Chris Buescher, is great on road courses, had a bad day. Everybody on your team had a bad day, so move on. I'm not listening to his opinions. But other than that, Reddick does it. Reddick does 3 in a row. First ever time. 3 wins. Let's start over that. Tyler Reddick doesn't. And he wins the first 3 races of the year. 3-peat. The photos of him with the hat, all like recreating with the Circuit of the Americas trophy. Somebody should have popped a cigar in his mouth, just like MJ getting the 3-peat. Just the aura around Tyler Reddick. It's unreal right now. And you know what sucks is at some point he will go through a drought. But we're not going to talk about that. I hope he doesn't. I hope he does, he continues to just dominate the field. He'll be half decent at Phoenix. We'll get Darlington in a few weeks. He's great at Vegas. So, I mean, honestly, he's got a shot to win 6 in a row. Phoenix is going to be hard because you do have guys like Byron and Larson and Blaney and Logano and those guys that are usually fairly good at Phoenix. But he's going to be up there, battling maybe inside the top 10, back half of the top 10. And I said that literally with the road course this past weekend, and he ends up winning the fucking race in a beautiful, beautiful dominant style. And yeah, man, I'm very, very, very excited to see what Reddick can do this year. Huge point gap, like 70 points or whatever over Bubba Wallace in second place is ginormous compared to everybody else. And everybody else has got like a tight race right now. Chase Elliott, as I said, like doing really well. Just doing his thing and just finishing races. He's going to be there all year, just putting together good finishes. So Chase Elliott is going to be in the hunt for a championship this year. Kyle Larson's got a lot of work, as well as William Byron. Alex Bowman's at the bottom of the fucking points. Those other guys need to step it up. But Kyle Larson will start clicking off some shit, clicking off some wins. We're going to go to Vegas. He'll probably win that. And we'll go to Darlington. He might win that. Then you got Bristol late a little bit in a few weeks. So there's going to be some wins probably coming for Kyle Larson. So he'll bump up, just having good finishes, good quality runs. And then we're going to be talking about Kyle Larson again. But right now, it's all about Reddick. I'm happy for the guy, happy for the whole team. Michael Jordan. They are changing NASCAR. And NASCAR and all of the whole sport itself need to figure out how to brand ourselves better with Michael Jordan and push that team out there more than any other team. You want this sport to grow, you will push Michael Jordan to the forefront of this sport. Okay? We need to get more famous people to the track, like high leverage people through Jordan brand at the track. Okay? We need those people. We need to somehow get more eyes and use this to NASCAR's advantage. Okay? to get more viewership, to get get people to the tracks. This is our opportunity. Don't miss it. So anyways, that's that. I thought I'd come on here and recap a lot of the weekend. I don't think I really saw anything else off the top of my mind. If anything comes up, I'll obviously touch about it on the Friday morning betting show. So make sure to go like, rate, share, subscribe to the podcast on HOT PASS Podcast YouTube channel, as well as HOT PASS Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. Leave a 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple, and wherever. And then go to the link tree in the bio, wherever you find me. Go to Eric Furlong 21 on Instagram, as well as Furlong Eric __ on TikTok and Twitter. So make sure you see that. Check it out an hour before every Truck and Xfinity or O'Reilly race, and you'll see my full betting cards. And then the link tree in the bio, Action Network, you'll see all my Cup Series plays early on in the week. All right, we're up 3 units this past weekend. We're feeling really good going into a traditional oval at Phoenix. And that's that. Okay. World Baseball Classics coming up. NASCAR's in full swing, going back to traditional ovals. Let's do this thing. All right. We'll talk to you guys on Friday morning, getting those bets out, and we'll talk to you then. All right. Peace.